welcome to another edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and welcome to November. And we are kicking off November after that spooky season, but I thought we would go ahead, and I'm recording this in the morning because, well, I didn't really do much. So anyways, we're going to take a look at another film, also starring Kevin Costner. He co-stars with Elijah Wood, this time with Costner in a supporting role. This is a film from the director John Avant. John Avant. And like I said, starred Kevin Costner. Well, Elijah Wood, Kevin Costner. But anyways, 1994's The War. Now, The War is a movie that I was really intrigued because I had this movie on HD DVD, so I wanted to get a DVD copy. So yeah, what did I think of The War? Really, really good film. Let's talk about the film itself. Now, before I go on to review, I kind of want to talk about the rating. Notice on the DVD it says PG-13. The trailer says PG-13, but the disc says, I don't know if you can see it, PG. Yeah, it's PG, so I do not know what this movie is. Went on to IMDb, and the movie says PG-13, so I'm just going to say this is a PG-13 film. So anyways, what did I think of The War? Like I said, this is a good movie. It focused on Elijah Wood plays Stu. He's a kid. He's an outgoing kid that decides he wants to build a clubhouse. So he builds this clubhouse and he's overrun by bullies. So this also marks the acting debut of Lucas Black. 2 years later, he would get a supporting role in Billy Bob Thornton's Sling Blade. So yeah, he basically plays one of the bullies. So Elijah Wood also lives with his sister, portrayed by Lexi Randall, is his sister. It also has Mai Winningham, is in addition to that. Now, I did cover John Avant's film, Fried Green Tomatoes, on my channel a couple years back, and it was really good. So I wanted to see how he did with this film, and he did a really good job. This movie essentially is Stand By Me set in the 70s. The movie set in that summer of 1970. So basically, it's sort of like growing up. He has to grow up, and his father comes back from the war. He's a Vietnam veteran who basically it starts out with him with these stitches right here, and he has stitches on his body. But he comes back, and he'll visualize helicopters. He visualizes it. Well, he hears these helicopter sounds, so pulls his son like that, thinking he's one of the other people in that terrible war. So basically, yeah, he's trying to go through this, but he's also teaching his son right from wrong. So he builds a clubhouse along with his sister and a friend of his. So it's really good. The soundtrack's really good. If you like the 1960s style, if you like those 1960s music, you'll hear the Stones, the Supremes, stuff like that. If you like that stuff, you'll definitely like the soundtrack. Like I said, it's a really good movie. I don't think it's as strong as Fried Green Tomatoes. I think that movie was just much, much better, in my opinion. But in a whole, I did like the movie as a whole. I did. When I say this is the greatest movie I've seen, not really, but it definitely made an impact on me. And it also has a very slice of life feel with this film. It was just well made at times, and I loved everything about this movie. It came close to making it on my list, and I'll get to the couple of flaws. I thought the bullies were super generic. They were a little bit too hillbilly. But what do you expect with a movie that's set in Mississippi? Yeah, it's set in Mississippi, but the movie was filmed in Georgia. So I don't know the difference between Georgia and Mississippi. So it has that southern feel. I liked it. I'm not going to say this is a great movie. It's a very good movie. It's a very good movie that I am going to keep in this. Though, I guess I'll kind of show you that's really about the negative flaws. Some of the bullies are complete idiots at times. That's also another thing. Let's just say the only negative is the bullies. But I'll just show you right now the artwork. I kind of like this artwork. Though I found it weird that there's no Universal logo on the spine. We get the DVD video, but no Universal logo on the spine. Though, there's a logo on the back, which is weird. And there's a logo right there, but not on the spine. Just weird. I already showed you the disc, but I don't know if it was trying to be a PG or a PG-13 film. Maybe they forgot to put PG-13 in the trailer, or maybe they wanted to make it PG. At the last minute, like, no, we're going to make this PG-13. Again, the rating system doesn't work half the time. It really needs to be fixed. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say about the war. And, yeah, so anyways, final verdict. Should you see The War? Definitely. This movie is really well made. It's really good. I think this is better. This is Kevin Costner's second best performance. It's not as good as his performance in Field of Dreams. That movie set Costner's bar really high as a great character actor. But it's an improvement over something like Dragonfly, which honestly, I didn't think Dragonfly was all that great. That was okay. But The War is definitely something I would say check out. It's very teary-eyed. I literally came close to crying because I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end. You'll have to just watch it for yourself. But the battle scene where in the clubhouse is a lot of fun. I forgot to mention that. There's a scene in it where the kids are having a big battle. The one bully challenged them in a swim race into quarantine. So they go into this water fountain. I forgot to mention that, but I'm going to mention that right now. Go into the water fountain, and basically he has to challenge him in the race, but the bully essentially chickens out and doesn't fall in the bet. So the one bully's goon decides he wants to go in there to get a key. He falls in the water, and Elijah Wood's character just jumps in the water and basically essentially saves him. But it says a really good story and a really good moral. It basically, once you put the puzzle together, the ending is really good. It's sort of rewarding. I'm not going to give away that ending. You're going to just have to watch it for yourself. But if you really want to check out The War, I can recommend this easily. This is definitely at least viewing once. And even if you don't like Kevin Costner and Elijah Wood, you'll definitely get something out of it. This would also be Elijah Wood's first film for the studio. His second movie for the studio would be 1995's Flipper. So, just to let you know that. Like I said, this is also Lucas Black's first film for the studio. Decades later, he would go on to star in his second film for the studio, Friday Night Lights. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'm going to stop it right there. Thank you guys again for watching. Check out all my social media pages. Well, YouTube. If you want to click the bell, well, click subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell, do whatever you do. That's great for YouTube. It does help a lot of the channel. So you can check all my other playlists. I got a bunch of reviews, and I'm going to stop right there. Go check out The War. It's definitely worth watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.